one of the first rules of interpreting dreams is learn how to interpret your own dreams first. I feel very sure that Joseph and probably Daniel got so proficient at interpreting dreams because they learned from God how to interpret their own dreams. And by understanding what God was speaking to them, they in turn began to understand what God was saying to other people. Dreams give you insight into your God-ordained destiny or the will of God. Now, this is a bonus point. Dreams will always speak to you of the will of God. Visions, which are pictures that you often see in your head, will speak to you about the heart of God. So learn to make that distinction. And sometimes you can have a vision within a dream or a dream within a dream too. And that if you have a dream within a dream, it's usually God is giving you some very secret information, a dream within a dream. A vision within a dream is that God is giving you the heart of God and the will of God. And how cool is that? So let's go back to Joseph. Joseph, in the beginning, when he was a teenager, had two different dreams, although they were basically the same dream. They had the bundles of hay bowing down to him, and then the stars and the sun and the moon bowing to him. Now that was the same dream, even though it was different symbols in both. And how do you think he knew when Pharaoh had a dream and he had two dreams, even though it was two different symbols, that it was the same dream? Because he had had that experience. And second fact about dreams is if you have the same dream or a very similar dream like he did, it is an established fact. That means it is going to happen, that it is the will of God. Nothing's going to change it. So in other words, it's out of the mouth of two or three witnesses. This is something God has sealed and ordained. It is going to happen. So be very mindful if you have the same dream or a similar dream twice. It's God saying, underlining it, this is going to happen. I think those two dreams of Joseph must have strengthened him greatly, enough to endure all the various trials that he went through. And the Tehillim is the Jewish book of Psalms. And in 105:18 through 19, it says, they're talking about Joseph. They afflicted his foot with fetters. His soul came into the irons. Until the time came to pass, the decree of Hashem purified him. It says his soul became like iron until he saw God's will come to pass in his life. Those dreams put enough iron or strength or resolve into his spirit to undergo everything he went through. And then here in Tehillim it says the decree or the will or the dream of God that God gave him purified him. Your dreams will put such an iron in you that they will begin to purify you, that you will do anything to see them come to pass. Until Genesis 42:9, and by that time he was second in command to Pharaoh, and his brothers came and bowed down before him, and it says that he realized he remembered his dream. He remembered his dreams. I can't think what a great satisfaction that must have been to him after all these years. He had those dreams when he was a teenager, and here he is 30-something years old. And he begins to see the manifestation of what God had shown him in his dreams. What great satisfaction. And it is a great satisfaction when God has given you dreams and you see them come to pass in reality.